Hello, beautiful people. This is Robert Lyon, and this is an awesome video that I'm calling my bulletproof wholesaling plan. Basically, this is to take anybody from where you are now to where you want to go and beyond. The goal is, $500,000, $1 million a year wholesaling. And that's just doing deals, using my tactics. And this is really just because I've been coaching for a while now. And I really want you to understand the goals and be able to start visualizing where we're taking you, where this is going to be, and just how awesome of a life you can really live if you really focus, take what we teach you to heart, and put in the work. All right, let's get to it. So I made a fancy PowerPoint. Let's go. Bullet. All right. Welcome to the Bulletproof Wholesaling Plan and kind of when to add additional channels. So the whole plan is to start you off from nothing and start making some bank. Game plan. Start from the big old goose, all right? And scale with every deal to $500,000 to $1 million a year. The jump. Level 1. All right, there's 4 levels. Get your first deal using our $0 marketing methods. All right, it's very important that you do this. Number 1, if you lose a deal, you didn't spend a bunch of money on the marketing, you're basically just back to where you started before. Number 2, once you get a deal, it's just that much sweeter because you grinded it out, you made it happen. So this is basically just explaining just start from level 1 with nothing, grind it out, and the goal is to really get to $10,000. I want you to save up $10,000. That means if your first deal is only $4,000, then you got to stick to level 1 until you have $10,000 in the bank, all right? And then you're ready to move on. But basically at level 1, you're going to be doing, Facebook Marketplace every day, 13 posts a day, hunting, all right? I call it hunting, but it's basically calling people on Craigslist, calling Fizbo, Zillow, classifieds, other real estate agents, driving for dollars. So again, the cool thing about driving for dollars, if it's possible, if you live in a very populated area, it's a great idea to do some driving for dollars, at least a few hours a week, because those lists are yours and your personal lists. Me being a virtual vulture of other people's markets, I will never know about the lists that you pull driving for dollars. And it's something like, I think 80% of a lot of wholesalers get their first deals doing it. Okay, JVing deals. Now, JVing is a little bit more advanced, but it doesn't take any money either. You can literally go on to Facebook wholesaling groups and look for wholesalers trying to sell properties. And let's say you have a real good connection with the buyer. You can just go approach them on Facebook and say, hey, I have buyers looking for properties. Do you want to JV this deal? Boom, you're making your money. It's only 50%, but it's still money and it's consistent. All right. That way, if you know how to JV deals, the more wholesalers, the merrier. There's no such thing as competition anymore. Everybody gets to eat. All right. You just got to have a good relationship with the buyer, know what the buyer wants, and then connect the wholesale deals to the buyers. All right. Bird dogs. I have old retirees out here that do driving for dollars for me. People that do like door-to-door sales are great bird dogs. Solar panel people, Mormons, I don't know, whatever you got going on. It's a great way to, you can even put posts like on Facebook or on job wanted places and be like, hey, I'll pay you $500 to $1,000 for every deal that you bring me that we close. And just experiment, figure out what works for you. Maybe working with a real estate agent, giving you dead leads, maybe going to meetups, maybe asking, family, friends, if they know anybody that's looking to sell their house and getting their first deals through people you just got to experiment. Okay, but this is just level 1 of the bulletproof marketing plan. All starts by grinding it out, getting that first deal, okay? All right, this is the goal. The goals of level 1, all right. Learn to negotiate price, all right. Do a deal, all right, that's number 1, sorry. So the whole idea of level 1, though, is get the proof of concept, get used to the business, get used to the plan that you're going to be doing, and then do a deal. See it from start all the way to cashing that beautiful check. All right, hopefully we don't have to teach you how to cash a check, but we will if we have to. But it all starts by talking to sellers, getting on Facebook, negotiating the price, running comps, getting them to sign a contract, finding a cash buyer, right? Sending the paperwork to the title company, and closing your first deal. All right. And again, level 1, you're starting from nothing to 10,000, okay? And then as soon as you get to 10,000, you're going to invest half of it, okay? You're going to cut it in half and you're going to reinvest $5,000 into your business, okay? So figure out what works and what is going to get you that first deal and many more. And then once you get to 10,000 bucks saved up, you know, because your first deal could be, you know, $20,000. It could be $4,000, whatever it is. But I just need you to get to a comfortable place where you can put $5,000 into reinvest back into this business. All right. It doesn't necessarily have to, it could be 2,000. But what we're going to do next in level 2 is we're going to start marketing. All right. All right. Well, first, this is the daily routine for level 1. So basically, you got to post in 13 Facebook groups per day. Like, that's mandatory. It's free. It doesn't take very long. It can get you to that $10,000 that we're talking about pretty fucking fast. Okay. Cold call. All right. Hunt. You got to hunt for 2 hours a day. Look on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, the classified ads, you know, Zillow, Redfin, call real estate people. But you're trying to talk to 20 people per day about selling their house, making them a cash offer on their property, okay? And then driving for dollars, 6 hours a week. You can do 1 hour a day on your way home from work. Just take the long way home. You know, kids pissing you off, just go drive for dollars. But drive for dollars. Reach out to cash buyers every day. And when I say reach out, I mean be scraping those Facebook profiles, those Facebook real estate investor groups. Okay, you're going to use a Google extension. It's literally called like Google, I think, email grabber or email extorter, I think. I'll show you guys, but I've got tons of videos on it. Basically just scraping those emails and then emailing those cash buyers asking, hey, what's your buyer's box? What's your buying criteria? And then basically just going buck wild, keeping those contacts, really trying to get them on the phone. These cash buyers, like, you really want to have them in your phone. Like, you can just dial them up and be like, yo, I got a deal, or text them a new deal or email them a new deal. And they'll be actually like serious buyers looking to buy new properties. Okay. And then you just got to be consistent. This is level 1. This is where a lot of everybody's at. And where we want to get you to that next level. This is what you got to do. You got to be consistent and you got to pick a marketing channel that works for you and then do it daily. Okay. Level 2. All right, and then the number one thing that you need to do is continue to do whatever worked in level 1. All right, if you got your first deal from driving for dollars, don't stop driving for dollars. Keep driving for dollars. If you got your first deal from posting in Facebook Marketplace, keep posting in Facebook Marketplace. I mean, I think everybody should be posting in Facebook Marketplace regardless, okay? But don't stop doing whatever worked. If it was working with real estate agents, then keep doing that, okay? But the next thing we're going to teach you is how to pull what I'm calling my market magic lists. Actually, I don't have a very good name for it yet. It's basically just pulling these extremely unique lists. I'm going to have a whole nother video on just the specific new tactics that I'm going into on how to basically pull pain point lists from different markets, but going city by city. Okay. And this is what you're going to be doing. This is key. You're going to pull the most likely people that need to sell their house. We're talking pre-foreclosures, water shutoff, tax liens, probates, inherited properties, tired landlords, you know, like the stuff that really is like a pain point. Like, they need to sell. Like, if their water is shut off, like, they need to sell. If they're in pre-foreclosure, they need to sell. If you haven't paid taxes in like 3 years and the government's going to take your house, they need to sell. So those are the lists that we're going to pull, and we're only going to pull those, okay? Then maybe we'll pull vacant properties as well. But we're going to focus on the pain points in each city that we're interested in going for. We're going to skip trace those. It is an art. There is an art to pulling lists and having the absolute best data, okay? And then as soon as we pull one of those powerful lists, those market magic lists, I don't know, I'm not in love with that name yet. We're going to text message the whole list, okay? We're going to text the whole thing, and you're going to text first because it's a lot easier to get deals. I mean, the whole thing with texting is you're texting 1,000 text messages a day, and then the hot leads are going to call you back on that text message. So they're going to be like, oh shit, someone wants to buy my house. Let me get you on the phone. And you're going to have that conversation, negotiate a price. You're going to lock it up and get it under contract, okay? Once you have texted the whole list, you've gone through all the pain points And then you're going to cold call the whole list. And I mean, if you're just a one-person show right now, that's fine. But this is the system I want you to do because I know that it works, okay? And this is the system that's going to get us to the ability to scale, all right? So you're going to take that first $5,000. First, you're going to get your first deal for free. You're going to save up $10,000. You're going to take $5,000 of it. You're going to start buying the batch leads. Use the coupon code LYON, Lyon. Get 50% off your first month and 500 free texts. You're going to start pulling these market lists. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. You're going to skip trace them, okay? And then you're going to text the whole list. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to be on it. You're going to show up every day. And you're going to send 1,000. And you're going to be on it. You're going to be there to reply. You're going to be there to answer your phone, or somebody's going to be. And then you're going to cold call that whole list. It's called squeezing the juice. These people are struggling. They actually are looking for you to solve their problem. You're going to get them. You're going to sell their house. You're going to get some cash in their pocket. You're going to change their lives for better. So you're literally, this is your goddamn job to do this, to make this happen and change someone's life, get some cash, get an investor of property, make some money in the process, and do good, okay? And then you're going to consistently be building an even stronger cash buyers list. So you can buy the lists, and it's good. You'll by this point, if you're doing the Facebook scraping method, you should have some strong buyers. But now that you have some money, you should be buying a large cash buyers list in these cities as well, and do the same thing. You text the whole thing, and then you cold call the whole thing, and you get great contacts. You build a real strong relationship with these cash buyers because they got the money. All right, so that's the important thing. But it's really important that when you buy one of these magic lists that I'll show you, you text it all the way through, and then you cold call it all the way through, and you're also focused on building your buyers list while you're doing it. And you go one city at a time. All right, one big city, big population, big city, lots of buyers, lots of pain points. Just blow it out of the park, and you're going to get at least, one, if not 10 deals. Who knows how many? It really just depends on the list and the area and the timing. But as soon as you have texted the entire list and called the entire list, you're not going to go back. You're not going to do it again. Those are going to be like, Christmas next year when you're bored or something. You'll start re-going through data. You're going to buy all of the pain points and all of the magic market lists for the next city, okay? And you're just going to go city by city by city, pulling all these pain points, pulling all these lists, texting the entire list, cold calling the entire list, always building your cash buyers list. This is how you're going to get to that next $10,000, hopefully way, way more, but we're just doing level by level. So we're going to do this till you have another $10,000 saved up. That first $5,000, that goes to your life, that goes to whatever. This is a brand new $10,000 from text messaging, from cold calling, and you're going to cut that in half now. Boom. You're going to take $5,000 of those dollars. This is the goals of level 2. Keep doing what worked in level 1. That's very important, okay? Learn how to pull data that allows you to close a deal a week. That's all of our goals. That's what I want you to get to. A deal a week. If you make $10,000 on average in your deal, that's $40,000. Okay, but in level 2, all right, we're going to master SMS marketing, okay? We're going to master cold calling. And I really want you to do this. That's why this is a level by level by level, okay? Because if you master text messaging and talking on the phone to sellers, if you master cold calling and getting over the fear, you're going to be that much better all around in this business and be able to do this forever. Master acquisition. That's getting people to sign the contracts. That's basically getting the deals, running the comps, signing the contracts. All right. Mastering dispo, which is just disposition. Mastering how you're going to approach cash buyers with deals, selling the deals, getting your deals locked up and closed, and getting to the table. This is also going to be when you're going to start your LLC and start building your brand, and how you're going to master contracts. All right. Contracts are really good to master. You got to understand just how title companies work. The wording in the contract so that it benefits you the most, so you can start doing JV deals and double closes and all that good stuff. So that's what level 2 is for. And it's just getting your feet wet and then becoming a soldier of the game and just getting ready to take over, okay? So this is going to be your daily routine. And again, guys, just take this with a grain of salt. Daily, weekly routine for level 2. All right, Monday. I only do like cold calling and text messaging Tuesday through Saturday, okay? So this is just my take on it. This is what I would do. So every Monday, you're going to pick what city you're going to go after. Okay. Target city. You're going to pull that list. Mondays is going to be the list pulling day. You're going to buy the list. You're going to skip trace it, but you're going to go after all the pain points: pre-foreclosure, water shutoff, inherited, tired landlords, liens, vacants, all that good stuff. Okay. You're going to get it all. For one city, we'll say we're going to go Birmingham, Charlotte, Nashville, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, but we're going to go city by city. So Monday, we're going to pick our city. We're going to pull our list, and it's going to just be like a mindset day. Okay, we're going to get our Facebook profiles ready to go for Monday. And yes, you can switch your locations on these Facebook things, especially on your fake accounts. It doesn't matter. They're fake. If they die, you just factory reset your phone. Okay, so then you're going to say, we're going to go after Birmingham, Alabama this week. All right. Now that you've pulled the list, you've gotten it all set up. Tuesday, 1,000 text messages a day. All right, until the list is done. And then you're going to cold call. You're going to post in 13 Facebook groups. You're going to look for deals to JV, and you're going to reach out to buyers. All right, that's going to be Tuesday. Wednesday, same thing, 1,000 text messages. I mean, each one of these lists is probably really only going to be like 3,000, like max. I mean, maybe not max, but like you can buy more. But if you're just specifically cherry picking the pain points, I'd say $2,000 to $3,000, 3,000 skip trace leads. Okay, so you're going to skip trace Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, and then on Friday you're going to cold call that list. Saturday you're going to cold call that list. Sunday you're going to chill. Monday, you're going to either decide, are we going to keep cold calling, or are we going to buy another list and start texting again? Okay. And then you can also send 1,000 text messages a day and then cold call right after that. So this is whatever. This is just like when you're in this level, when you're doing it full time and you're trying to make $2 million a year, this is going to be your schedule. All right. This is the plan. This is the plan, Jack. And this is basically week 2 is still, or level 2, you're still like a 1 or a 2-man show. Okay. So level 2, the whole plan is to just do this schedule until you have another $10,000 saved up, and then you're going to buy a VA. And when I say buy, I mean you're going to get an employee. Okay, you're going to have somebody else do the cold calling for you. Now you need to do the cold calling first because it is such an important part of your job. And if you listen to me, we always offer 3 options where we offer them the cash offer, the creative financing opportunity, or to get it listed with a real estate agent. If they don't like either of those other 2 options, you can still make money. That's why cold calling is so powerful and why you need to master it yourself, because that means you have 3 more options than just text blasting everybody, and just trying to wholesale and gut punch everybody on their deals. Hope that makes sense. I think this is a cool schedule to think about. So post in 13 Facebook groups, JV, do 1,000 texts a day, and then try and start cold calling a list. But the key thing is you pick one city. Monday, you pick your city, you have your mindset. You text that entire list all the way through, and then you cold call that entire list all the way through. And you're going to get a real good feel for these cities, and you're going to talk to the most pain point situations in those areas, okay? And that's how you're going to start closing insane amounts of deals every single week, okay? So we're not wasting any time. And then basically on Fridays and Saturdays, I more focus on cold calling and talking to buyers, closing deals, getting them to go look at the houses this weekend that we got under contract on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. So Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I'm talking to buyers. I'm sending them to the properties. I'm getting them to go buy some stuff. All right, so that's level 2. Next, level 3. This is where, things are getting intense. Okay, so you want to continue whatever was working on levels 1 and 2, okay? Continue doing what worked. That's one of the biggest things that a lot of business people screw up, is they stop doing what was working in the beginning and they just start doing all this other bullshit. So again, level 2 though, you're going to save up another $10,000. And honestly, if you're pulling My Magic List and you're getting acquisitions, like you should be making like $40,000 a month. There's no way that, unless you're doing something terribly wrong or just like yelling at people on the phone or being a dick, like you got to be locking up contracts. But it does take a little bit of time for all those contracts to close. As soon as they close, now we're into level 3, where we're going to continue texting 1,000, continue cold calling, but we're going to hire a VA to start doing the cold calling, because the cold calling is the most time consuming part of the business. It is also the most important. So you pretty much want them to be your first person. You really want to teach them to be like an acquisitions master. You want to, everything that you've learned from cold calling yourself and getting these deals, you want to record it and you want to teach your VA, and you want them to be hitting these messages. Okay. And then as soon as that VA closes deals for you and makes you another 10,000, you're going to cut that 5,000 off, and you're going to buy another VA or hire another VA. I need to stop saying buy VAs. It sounds bad. Hire another VA. All right. And you're going to have them start doing the text messaging, and you're just going to focus on dispo because all the money is in the closing. Okay. So you're going to have to train them really well, and you're going to have to work with them for a while. But now you're going to have one VA doing all the text messaging, another VA doing all the cold calling, and you're going to be focused on talking to the buyers, picking the markets, pulling the lists, okay? But then in level 3, where we're at now, you're hiring these VAs, and you're going to start building a brand. This is when you're going to really become a big business. This is where you're going to really start to be able to scale and just start to kick ass, where you're going to build a brand, you're going to get a website put together. You're going to automate as much as possible, okay? You want all your contracts in the same file. You want all your title companies on point. And you just really want to automate all the emails, maybe PPC marketing, whatever you're trying to do, but you want it to be as hands-off as possible. So like whenever somebody has a new deal, you put it on the whiteboard and you know the process. Okay, so first we buy the list, we call it, we get something under contract. As soon as it's under contract, we email it to all of our cash buyers. We put it in all the Facebook marketplaces. We start calling all the cash buyers in the area. We get them to buy. We send it off the title. We get the title to fucking close it, and then they send us a check, and we cash it, and we keep going. Okay, and then you're gonna start hiring a VA for SMS, cold calling, JVing. Yes, JVing is super important to even have like its own division, its own VA that just scours Facebook and Craigslist for other wholesalers that are trying to sell their properties. And their whole job is to basically get the information, get the wholesaler to give it up, tell you what they got it under contract for, and then find a buyer, and you can start making some serious money. All right, that's what the Astro flipping guy does. All right, and then eventually you're going to want to hire a VA to even do the disposition. That's the closing, that's the calling the cash buyers, and that's the pulling also of the data. But that's going to be later. First, you want to get SMS, cold calling, and JV VAs to do all that work, and then you can still do the dispo and make sure the deals all go smoothly and the cash goes into your bank account. All right, you're going to start creating standard operating procedures. If a deal is too weird, when do you say F it and we'll just move on? When a buyer tries to push back too hard on price, like when do we say F it and find a new one? Like we'll figure out new plans and things like that. And then we're going to start building our credit, or you're fixing your credit or building your business credit for future investments. All right, because you're going to have a bunch of cash flow. You're going to have a real business. You want to show that your business is profitable, because eventually you might be able to get a bunch of loans to buy properties and start to really scale. You're also going to start doing, Airbnbs and creative financing deals. This is level 3. This is when you have like other people doing a lot of the grind, the hard work, and you're able to start doing the creative stuff. You're able to start doing the bigger deals, finding these rental properties, having these really good plans and taking over certain areas, because you're going to have the leverage, because you have the money, you have the team, you have the time, and you can basically start doing a lot of cool deals. So that's level 3. And then level 3's goals are basically build a business, build your website, etc., create SOPs, create like daily, weekly plans. You're going to hire people, and then you're going to track KPIs. KPIs are basically just like the data, like how many people did we talk to today? How many texts did we send? How many contracts did we get? And you're just going to keep track, and you're going to hire people. And if the VAs don't make you any money, then they're fired. And you got to get another one. But hire one person at a time, interview like 80 people, pick the best one, and then have the first one be a cold caller. Once they make you more money, make you $10,000 or more, you take half of that money that they make, you hire someone to do the SMS. Once they both make another $10,000, you hire somebody to do the JVing. And once they all start making you more money, you can start doing creative deals. You can start to hire a business partner to do the dispo or whatever you need to do. Maybe even start doing the Airbnb properties and collect some checks. And this is when you're going to start scaling. This is when you can, kind of take your foot off the gas and just start kind of like, get used to this, being consistent, closing deals, being a real estate person. And then that brings us to level 4, which is going to be start buying properties. Because we get the craziest deals. Every single week, I see the craziest deals. And, you know, I save up money, and whenever one of these deals is like within my budget, I buy it, and then I'll turn it into a rental. All right, fix and flips. Wholesaling is basically where instead of wholesaling it, where you just do contracts, you actually buy it, you slap some paint and some carpet, and then you sell it for like an extra $100,000. That's a wholesaling. Fix and flipping, I put twice apparently. Start doing creative financing deals, Airbnbs, or you can just have the VAs run your business and just, you know, drink on the beach and collect checks. All right, that's level 4. That's the goal. All right, guys. I mean, that's pretty much my plan, my vision for what I'm going to be teaching, what I'm going to be going over. Again, I know we got a little ahead of ourselves. We're all going to start together. Level 1, getting our first deal, getting $10,000 saved up in our bank account, taking 5 of it, start doing SMS marketing, make another $10,000. Take 5 of it, hire a VA. Once that VA makes you $10,000, take 5 of it, hire another VA, so on and so forth until you have a thriving wholesaling business using those magic links, the magic market lists is what I meant to say, and basically going nuts. Scaling this thing to the moon, living our best life, you know, really making generational wealth for our families and for our businesses. And that's all I want for all of you. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you on the next one. Peace.